The second tool for supporting the retention strategy is customer profiling. A customer profile is a detailed data-based description that identifies personas, that is, representations of the main traits or attributes found in groups of similar customers. Customer profiling helps the business know its customers better, by consolidating and analyzing customer information to break down who they are, in terms of purchase behaviors and preferences. With this information, the business can then identify whom to target and with which products or services. Data and information used in building the profile includes both quantitative, mainly transactional data, such as amount spent, age, date, and qualitative, such as gender, communication preferences and the likes. Some of the qualitative information could be details that are shared in the course of interacting and developing a relationship with the customer. This includes details about their work, family and lifestyle, which can be used to contextualize the customer profile. Other traits include marital status, profession, location or residence, preferences or goals for interacting with your business. As previously mentioned, it is highly unlikely that the business will have most of this information readily available except for the more obvious attributes like gender. Customer profiling is not an exact science, so judgment should be exercised to assign estimates or traits where customer information is not available, as the whole idea is to group similar customers together for better targeting. The outcome of the customer profiling process is customer personas, which are representations of the main traits or attributes observable from various groups of similar customers. Customer profiling supports personalization and guides a business on how to target customers, based on their preferred content, products or services and channels of communication. This makes interactions more pleasant and enjoyable. It also helps businesses identify the traits of its top customers. The business can thereafter leverage this knowledge to influence more customers to engage and transact at this higher level. So how do we profile customers? This depends on the size of the customer base, and whether the business has tools for managing these, such as a client relationship management system, CRM. In the absence of such a system, businesses can still use simple tools such as Microsoft Excel, Numbers or other spreadsheet applications to collect information and profile customers manually. Such information includes their purchase habits and preferences, such as what they typically buy, how often, how much they spend and how recent the last transaction was, and so on. This would help the business assess the customer's level of engagement and purchase history. Using Excel or any other spreadsheet program, create a list of all the customers. As mentioned, this information can also be extracted from your CRM system or accounting software. Add columns with readily available information, transactional data such as the date of the last purchase, the products or services purchased and the amount spent. Then add other columns that can be subjective estimations or nuances picked up from the conversation and interactions with the customers, such as age, marital status, education level, location or residence, profession, etc. For customers who buy multiple items, include the top preference or goals for interacting with a business. Since this is not a one-time exercise, continuously build up information as the business relationship grows and customers share more information about themselves. For instance, you could later include a column for preferred communication channel once this is established. Following this, analyze the database to uncover interesting insights. Use the sort by column function on Excel to filter the information as desired. For example, we can filter to identify the top customers, those who have more than average spend, but less than average recency. That is, spend more than X dollars and have a recency of less than Y days. Or the least engaged customers who spend less than X dollars and have a recency of more than Y days. This would help you break down your customer base into separate, distinct groups for targeting. The following is a hypothetical example using a list of 100 customers who transacted within a 6-month period ending December 2021. The objective of this exercise is to identify customers who are low on both transaction value or amount and recency. Using Microsoft Excel, I created a list with names, the most recent transaction date and amount spent. In this example, I wanted to profile the customers by recency. That is, the last time they did a transaction. For this, I had to fix the analysis date to enable me compute recency as analysis date minus the last transaction date. That is, the number of days that have elapsed since the last transaction. I therefore fix my analysis date as the 1st of January 2022 and compute recency in days. This is in the 4th column. Next, is to filter my list by the two measures. First, the amount spent. Next, recency. I used the sort function, then selected recency on the 3rd column. For amount you will sort largest to smallest. That is, higher amounts first, but for recency it's the opposite, that is, smallest to largest, as the shorter the recency the better. This is the list with columns sorted by amount. I also computed the average amount to enable me assess the size of the base that is either above or below the average transaction value. This is a combination of both filters by amount and recency, where amount is from largest to smallest but frequency runs from smallest to largest. Next, assign the typical purchase cycle in days. This could be 30, 45, 60 days, or less depending on your business. Then select customers who are below both measures. That is, below the average transaction value, which in my case was about $48, and below a recency of 60 days. Note that you can use the table function to simplify the filtering process. Let's quickly run down the steps again to help you understand the process better. It's time for you to profile your customer base using either Excel or your preferred spreadsheet tool, or using data from your CRM or accounting system. Please note that the example provided is very simplistic and may not serve businesses with big customer bases well enough. But the focus is not on the analysis tool used, but rather the rationale behind customer profiling. That is, the importance of using data to identify customers for targeting, be it for re-engagement or other purposes. Once you're ready, let's proceed to the next lesson.